Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is the Captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. They have leaked the last Airbenders starter deck. That's right, it's getting a starter deck as well. This seems to be a thing. But because of that, that's where we're getting a lot of our leaks for, well, all the cards that are coming out. So, whatever, I guess. So let's take a look at what's in there because some of the cards haven't been spoiled yet. Before we get started, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Become a YouTube member like my boy Sawyer. A couple bucks to help support the channel, or just watch. That's fine. Links in the description. eBay, TCG Player Store. Buy some cards. The Otaku shop's down there, too. Get you some sweet anime off of it. 10% off is the discount code of Capnclyde. Go check it out. Also, we are on Whatnot. We are having a Flash Whatnot tomorrow. That's right, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, for a Final Fantasy booster box. $3 auctions starting all day long until I give away a Final Fantasy booster box. Come check it out. There's going to be plenty of rip and ships, single cards, you name it. Come check it out. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, this is what you're going to be looking at. This will be the starter box. We'll see if anything really good's in here. Probably not, but hey, I mean, each box has 10 themed Jumpstart half decks. That tells me there's going to be a Jumpstart product with this. I mean, why would they do it just for this box? Why wouldn't they just make Jumpstart packs and then just put... Anyway, point being, maybe they won't. So 2 of these Jumpstart half decks are tutorial decks and are designed to be played against each other. Each half deck includes 20 cards. Shuffle them together and play. You get 5 non-tokens, 2 game board mats, 2 how to play guides, 2 reference cards, 2 spin down dice, and 1 reference guide booklet. So, you see the little picture? That's what you get. Now, all the cards that will be in this with all the Jumpstart packs are as followed. So, we're going to start off with a big Haru, because some of these cards we've already seen from yesterday. Aang the Air Nomad, 2 white and 3 for a 5/4 flying vigilance. Other creatures you control have vigilance. Not bad. This is a commander card. Aang the Last Airbender, we've seen this one already. White and 3 flyer. He airbends up to one other target permanent. When he enters, basically blinks it out for 2 mana. You cast it again. And whenever you cast a lesson spell, Aang gains lifelink. We have Aang's Defense. 1 white, target blocking creature you control gets +2/+2 to the end of turn. Draw a card. That's a commander card that's new, I think. Next, we have the Aardvark Sloth. This is new. White and 3 for a Sloth Beast. I want to make a Sloth deck. 3/3 lifelinker. Not bad. Commander. Airbending Session. White and 2 instant lesson. That lets you airbend a target permanent and draw a card. Not a bad common. This is in the main set. We have Appa, Aang's Companion. A white and 3 for a 2/4 flyer. Whenever he attacks, another target creature without flying gains flying. Not bad commander card. We also have in white Glider Kids. White and 2 for a 2/3 flying. When this creature enters, you get to scry 1. Zhongzhong's Deserters. White and 1 for a 1/2. When this creature enters, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Not bad. Those are both from the set. We have Katara, the Heroic Healer. A white and 4 card for a 2/3 with lifelink. Whenever she enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. That is a commander card. Don't worry, I know it sucks. Still Katara. We have Koshi, the Warrior Guard. White and 1 for a 2/3 vanilla from Commander. We have Master Piandio. White and 4 for a 4/4 first strike. Whenever he attacks, look top 4 cards of your library. Reveal an ally or lesson card from them. Put it in your hand. Rest on the bottom. This is from the set. Momo, the Rambunctious Rascal, a white and 2 1/1 flyer. When he enters, he deals 4 damage to target tapped creature and opponent controls. Thank God this is in Commander, and how'd they get this? I've never seen Momo whoop somebody's ass. I'd like to see that, but anyway, moving on. Next we have Path of Redemption, a white and 1. Enchant creature, can't attack or block. For 5, you can sacrifice the aura, the exiled enchanted creature, and make a 1/1 white ally. Only can do it during turn. This is in the main set. Raboro Troop. White and 3, 3/5 with landfall. Whenever land you control enters, this creature gains flying until the end of turn, and you gain 1 life. Has plane cycling. This rabbit kangaroo. Okay then. in the main set, so you're going to have to fight this thing in limited at pre-release. Probably. Anyway, Sledding Otter Penguin, white and 2 for a 2/3 for 3 colors. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Commander only, because that would be busted in limited. Soka, Wolf Cove's Protector, white and 2 for a 3/3 with Vigilance. Great commander card. Tundra Wall, white and 1 for an 0/4 Defender. Commander. Wolf Cove Villager, 1 white for a 2/2. The creature enters tapped. This is the white version of the black cards. Now we got, thank God this is a commander card, because this would be huge in standard. Oh my God. We have Deny Entry, a blue and 2 from Commander. Counter target spell, draw a card, and discard. We've seen that before. First time flyer, blue and 1 for a 1/2 flyer. When the creature gets +1/+1, as long as there's a lesson card in your graveyard. That's from the main set. Wow, that's good. 2 mana, 2/3 flyer. Holy shit. Also from the set, Flexible Waterbender, blue and 3 for a 2/5 with Vigilance. It has Waterbending 3. This creature has base power and toughness 5/2 until end of turn. I mean, I guess one way to get in there and kick him in the John Thomas. Anyway, is that Jace back there? I'm kidding. Moving on. Flying Dolphin Fish. Blue and 1 for a 1/3 flyer. It's in Commander. It's fine. Back to the main set. Geyser Leaper. What a name. Blue and 4 for a 4/3 flyer. Waterbend 4. Draw a card. Discard a card. Giant Koi. 2 blue and 4 for a 5/7 that has Waterbending 3, and then it can't be blocked. Also has Island Cycling. Can be great for the limited. We also have the Iguana Parrot. Sweet Jesus. Lizard Bird Pirate. Okay. Blue and 2 for this 2/2 Flying Vigilance Prowess. That is a limited all-star if I've ever seen one. Yes, this is the main set. We have It'll Quench Ya Thirst. It'll Quench Ya. Blue and 1 counter target spell unless controller pays 2. This is in the main set. It's a lesson counter spell. See a theme there? Anyway. Katara, the Bending Prodigy. Blue and 2 for the 2/3. Beginning of your end step. If she is tapped, put +1/+1 counter on her. She waterbends for 6, which is just draw a card. And you can tap other artifacts and creatures to help pay for waterbending. This thing's going to be busted in limited. Hell, maybe standard. Oh my God, is this going to be good? Lost in the Spirit World, blue and 2. Sorcery, return up to 1 target creature to owner's hand. Create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token with a token can't be blocked or be blocked by non-spirit tokens. Master Paku. Blue and 1 for the 1/3 Prowess. Notice the Prowess theme here in blue. Whenever Master Paku becomes tapped, target player mills X cards, where X is the number of lesson cards in your graveyard. That's really going to be a thing, I think. In standard, because there's lots of lessons, and most of those lessons do counter spells and stuff. You lay him for 2, don't let him kill him, and you swing once and then mill him to death. Anyway, also in the main set, we have Otter Penguins. I mean, at this point, I'm not surprised at anything. Blue and 1 for a 2/1. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, this creature gets +1/+2 till end of turn and can't be blocked, making it a 3/3 from the main set. Again, blue not known for the beatdown, but whatever. Rowdy Snowballers, blue and 2 for this 2/2. When this creature enters, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Great for limited. It's in the main set. Serpent of the Pass, 2 blue and 5 for a 6/5. If there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard, you may cast this spell as though it had flash. Wow. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each non-creature, non-land card in your graveyard. Oh my God. This is good. Limited all-star. Thank God it's uncommon. It won't be seeing any popper play. Jesus. Then we have the Terror of Serpent's Pass, 2 blue and 5 for a 8/8 hexproof. Thank God it's in Commander. Good Lord. Next we have Turtle Seals. It's exactly what you think it is. Blue and 3 for a 2/4 Vigilance. It's Commander. Who cares? Water Whip, 2 blue. Additional cost of the spell. You have to waterbend 5. Return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand and draw 2 cards. Damn, that's good. Wow. I mean, waterbend 5 is probably going to be an issue. I mean, technically, it's 7. But if you have creatures, and there's probably a thing. I mean, it is a sorcery, though. It does make it bad. From the main set, we have Waterbending Lesson. Blue and 3, draw 3 cards, then discard a card unless you waterbend 2. Limited play. Watery Grasp reprint. 1 blue, enchant creature. Creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Waterbend 5, enchanted creature's owner shuffles it into their library. Nice reprint. On the black side, we have Azula Always Lies. Black and 1. Choose one or both. Target creature gets -1/-1 at the end of turn. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. That's going to be sweet for limited. Beetle-Headed Merchants. Black and 4 for a 5/4. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, draw a card and put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Limited All-Star. Buzzard Wasp Colony. That is disgusting looking. Black and 3 for a 2/2 flyer. When it enters, you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. If you do, draw a card. Whenever another creature you control dies, if it has counters on it, put its counters on this creature. Interesting. Noticing a theme here with counters. Cat Gator. Okay, whatever. Black and 6 for a 3/2 lifelink. When this creature enters, it deals damage equal to the number of swamps you control to any target. Corrupt Court Official. Black and 1 for a 1/1. When this creature enters, target opponent discards a card. We get one of those in every set. Dolly Indoctrination. Black and 1 for this lesson. It says choose one. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an non-land permanent card from it. That player discards the card, or you can Earthbend 2, which is a land becomes a 0/0 creature with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. And if it dies or is exiled, you get to return to the battlefield tapped, which is amazing in the main set because now your land can't be, well, killed. Elephant Rat. I'm lied. I am now thoroughly confused. Did not expect this. Black and 1 for a 1/3 with Menace. It's in Commander. Thank God. Epic Downfall reprint. Black and 1. Exile target creature. Mana value 3 or greater. Feed the Swarm reprint. Black and 1. Destroy target creature or enchantment. The opponent controls. You lose life to the mana value of the permanent. Fire Nation Ambushers. Black and 2 for a 3/2 with Flash. Not bad for Commander. Fire Nation Engineer, 2 and a black, 2/3 with Raid. Beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature or vehicle you control. Fire Nation Sentinels, 2 black and 3 for a 4/4. Whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Thank God this is in Commander. This is basically sending your vampire without wings, but it crusades everything permanently. This is insane. All right, next we have Gillicorn. 1 black, 1/1 Death Toucher. We get one every set. It's a good card. Heartless Act reprint. Black and 1. If you don't remember what it does, you can destroy a creature with no counters or remove 3 counters from a creature. Hog Monkey. Got the monkeys. He got the monkeys. Anyway, black and 2 for this 3/2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control, the +1/+1 counter on it gains Menace. You can exhaust it for 5, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Okay, that's kind of cool. Good limited star. Next, we have Lion Vulture, black and 3 for a 2/2 flyer. Beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature and draw a card. Thank God that's in Commander. Merchant of Many Hats. I know who that is. Anyway, black and 1 for a 2/2. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand for 3. We've had those before just by different names. Ozai's Cruelty, a black and 2. Deals 2 damage to target player. That player discards 2 cards. That's fine. Purple Pentapus. A 1 black, 1/1. When a creature enters, just avail 1 for a black and 2. Tap an untapped creature you control. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Interesting. It's Commander. All right. Capital Guard from Commander. Red and 1 for a vanilla 2/2. Fine. Deserter's Disciple. Red and 1 for a 2/2. Tap another creature you control. Power 2 or less. Can't be blocked. And we get those before. Dragon Moose. Oh my God. Red and 3 for a 3/3 with haste. Commander. Thank God. I don't want to get hit in the face with a Dragon Moose. Explosive Shot. Red and 1 from Commander. Does 4 damage to target creature at sorcery speed. That's okay. Fire Nation Archers. Red and 3 for a 3/4 with reach. For 5 mana. It deals 2 damage to each opponent. And you get a 2/2 red soldier token. Thank God it's in Commander. Also in Commander, the Fire Nation Soldier. Red and 2 for a 3/2 with haste. Do we just have one of those? Whatever. Fire Nation's Conquest. Creatures you control get +1/+0 for a red and 2. That's basically a reprint for Commander. Fire Sages, red and 1, 2/2. Firebending 1, which means when they attack, when they attack, you get a +1 red. And for 2 red and 1, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. It's going to be interesting to see if that's good enough for Standard. I think it might be. How to start a riot. Oh boy. Red and 2 for this less than instant. Target creature gains menace till end of turn. Creatures target player control gets +2/+0. It's limited at best. Also in red, we have Iroh, Firebending Instructor. Red and 2 for a 2/2. Whenever he attacks, attacking creatures get +1/+1 to the end of turn. He's so dope. Good card. It's in Commander, though. Sorry. Komodo Rhino, red and 3 for a 5/2 Trampler. It's in Commander. Reprint of Lightning Strike, so, that's a good thing. Loyal Fire Sage, red and 2 for a 3/3 Firebending 1. For 5, make a 1/1 white ally. Commander. Mongoose Lizard. Just putting everything together. 2 red and 4 in the main set for a 5/6 with Menace. When it enters, deals 1 damage to any target. Has Mountain Cycling 2. Just throwing random shit on cards now. Okay. Roku's Mastery from Commander. 2 red and X instant. Deals X damage to target creature. If X is 4 or greater, scry 2. That seems not so hot. I mean, it'd be hot if you got enough mana. Rough Rhino Cavalry. This is from the main set. Red and 4 for a 5/5 Firebend 2. Has Exhaust 8. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on this creature, and it gains Trample till the end of turn. Run Amok reprint. Red and 1. Target attacking creature gets +3/+3 against Trample. We also have a Warship Scout from Commander, 1 red, 2/1. Thank God that's not in Standard. Jesus. We have Zuko, the Exiled Prince, red and 3 for a 4/3 Firebending 3. Exile top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. We've seen that one. Zuko's Offense, 1 red sorcery, deals 2 damage to any target. Worst shock, but whatever. It's in Commander. In the green, we have Badger Bowl, green and 4 from the main set for a 4/4 that when it enters, it earthbends 2. Creatures you control +1/+1 counters have Trample. From Commander, we got Boomy, the electric earthbender. 2 green and 3 for a 4/4. When he enters, the earth bends 1, and when Boomy attacks, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each land creature you control. Jesus, that's good. We have Earth Rumble from the main set, green and 3, earth bend 2. When you do, up to 1 target creature control, fights creature and opponent controls. We already seen that one, I believe. Earthbending Student, green and 2 for a 1/3. When the creature enters, you get to earthbend 2. And land creatures you control have Vigilance. That's really good. Thank God it's in Commander. Eel Hounds. Let's just move on. Green and 3 for a 4/2 Commander card with Trample. When this creature attacks, another creature gets +2/+2 and Trample. That's relatively good. Explore reprint for Commander. Green and 1. Play additional land, draw card. Got a picture op on it. I like it. It's Flopsy, Booma's buddy. 2 green and 4 in the main set. It's a 4/4. When Flopsy, what a name for a giant ape. Anyway, enters, he gets a +1/+1 counter. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Jesus Christ, a 6 mana crusade with legs. Big legs. Each creature you control with power 4 or greater can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Ugh. That's really good. In Commander, we got Frog Squirrels. That's actually kind of cool. Green and 1 for a 2/2 with Reach. We have Haru, the Hidden Talent. We've already seen this one. Green and 1, 1/1. Whenever an ally enters, you get to Earthbend 1. Yada yada. It's in the main set. Hippo Cows. That's what we always wanted in life. Jesus. What a picture. Green and 4 for a 5/4 in Commander with Trample. We have Match the Odds in Commander. Green and 2. Lesson. That makes a 1/1 white ally and put a +1/+1 counter on it for each creature your opponent controls. That's different. We have in the main set an Ostrich Horse. We just call them Chibokos, right? Anyway, green and 2 for this 3/1. Whenever it enters, you mill 3 cards. You may put a land card from among them in your hand. If you don't, you get to make this a 4/2. That's at best limited. We have Pillar Launch. 1 green instant. Creature gets +2/+2 and gains reach. We've seen that one in the main set. Also in the main set, we have Raucous Audience, green and 1 for a 2/1. Tap to add a green. If you control a creature power 4 or greater, add 2. We also have Rebellious Captives from the main set. We've already seen green and 1 for 2/2. Exhaust 6, put 2+1/+1 counters on this creature, and then Earthbend 2. We have Rocky Rebuke, green and 1 from the main set. Target creature control deals damage equal to its power. Target opponent, basic damage dealer. Saber-Tooth Moose Lion. I hope somebody plays this in standards. I just want to hear somebody say they got beat by a Saber-Tooth Moose Lion. That sounds like drugs. Anyway, 2 green and 4 for a 7/7 reach with forest cycling. That's such hopes. Anyway, Seismic Tutelage, green and 3 in Commander Enchanted Creature. When it enters, put +1/+1 counter on the enchanted creature, and the enchanted creature attacks, you double the number of +1/+1 counters on it. That's going to be popular in Commander. Also in green, we have Toph the Blind Bandit, green and 2 for a star 3. When Toph enters, you Earthbend 2. Toph's power is equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on lands you control. That's going to be dumb. And then obviously we have a Turtle Duck for 1 green, and it's an 0/4, the main set. I like it, actually. For 3 colorless, it becomes a 4/4. I mean, it's fine for limited, but to be fair, if aggro's as bad as I think it's going to be, this Turtle Duck's going to be seeing a lot of plays in 0/4. Just put that out there. All right, we go into multicolor. We have Abandoned Attachments, blue or red, and 1, so 2 mana Lesson that lets you discard a card and draw 2 common main set. Cat Owl, that's actually a good picture. White or blue, and then 3 colorless for a 3/3 flyer that when this creature attacks, you get to untap target artifact or creature. Jeez, that's actually kind of good. That's probably going to see a lot more playing Commander. Earth Kingdom Soldier, green or white, and 4 colorless for a 3/4 with Vigilance. When this creature enters, play +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures you control. So 5 mana 4/5 is fine, and something else gets a little bigger and it has Vigilance. It's not bad for limited. Also, we have the Earth Village Ruffians, a black or green, and 2 colorless for a 3/1 that when it dies, you Earthbend 2. That's really good for limited. We have Hey Bio, the Spirit of Balance. I probably butchered that, but whatever. Black or white twice, and 2, so 4 mana total. For a 3/3 that whenever it enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, put 2+1 counters on this thing. And when it leaves the battlefield, put its counters on target creature you control. Really good and limited. So good. Might be good in standard, depending what's going down in there. We have the Hog Monkey Rampage. The things I thought I'd never say on this channel. It's in Commander, though. Red or green and 1 for an instant. Choose target creature you control. And target creature and opponent controls. You get a +1/+1 counter on your creature. If it has power 4 or greater, and then they fight. Finish him. Anyway. Moving on, we have the Longfin Grand Secretariat. Black and green twice, and 1 colorless, so 3 mana for a 2/3. Whenever another creature you control or land you control will be put in the graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. It's really good with Earthbending. Pretending Poxbearers. White or black and 1, so 2 mana for a 2/1 that when the ally dies makes a 1/1, and it's basic common. Soka Lateral Strategist. Blue or white twice and 1, so 3 mana for a 2/4 Vigilance that whenever Soka and at least 1 other creature attack, you get to draw a card. That's so good for limited. Again, probably not anything else because, blue-white's not known for the beats, but anyway. We have Sukai Koshi Warrior, a green or white twice and 2, so 4 mana for a star 4. Her power is equal to the number of creatures you control, and whenever it attacks, you create a 1/1 white ally. That's going in Commander, like fast, quick, and in a hurry. Vindictive Warden, black or red and 2, so 3 mana for a 2/3 with Menace, Firebending 1, and for 3 mana, you can have it deal 1 damage to each opponent. Pretty good for limited. Wrapping up with some artifacts, we have Barrels of Blasting Jelly. I remember that episode, it was funny. 1 colorless, it will let you filter 1 mana once a turn. For 5 and tap, you can sacrifice it, deal 5 damage to target creature. Not bad for limited. We have Bender's Water Skin, 3 colorless. Untap this artifact during each other player's untap step, and it's a mana rock. This is going to be huge probably for Commander. I mean, always get to untap it. That just seems so good in Commander. Anyway, Mechanical Glider for 1. When the equipment enters, you get to attach it to a creature. It has flying, equips for 2. It's Commander. And then we wrap it up with the islands here. All the thriving lands are here. Bluffmore, Isle, whatnot. Yakety schmackety. So there you have it. Wow, that took a minute to go through. Well, I guess when you have 10 Jumpstart decks, you're going to have that. So I would expect to see some Jumpstart product with this. If we don't, I would kind of be shocked since they're technically making Jumpstart decks for the starter pack. But hey, what do I know? So here's what's there. Tell me what you think down below. And all that said and done, till next time, be kind. And as always, hope to see you across from the game table or at Whatnot tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time.